Let's repeat that. So we got Cracker on high. Man, all that talking. It's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I got to work tonight, unfortunately, so I wanted to come out. Oh, you look like a mashed potato head. Okay, big booty cows. No audio. Can't hear you. No. Now I can. Okay, awesome. Much better, Kyle. Big booty cows. What? Big booty cows. Tell us the story of that name. Big booty cows. Can't hear you. Nope. So, like I said, happy 4th of July. We're out here, Central Florida, Lake Baldwin. Looks like the water is higher than the last time I was here because there was some stuff. We haven't had heavy winds, so I don't think it would have blown it away. We didn't have any rain yesterday. It kind of, actually, I think it rained at my house, but it didn't rain where I was at. Looks like we got some fish on this little hard spot. So let's get to it. Well, like I was saying earlier, didn't have my mic on. A little discombobulated this morning, but I looked at the lunar yesterday and it's like 80s the next 3 days, highest days of the month for the lunar phase, fishing times, and highest days of the next 2 months. So I said, let's go on and get out there a couple hours and see what we can do. See if we can find them, see if they're in the same areas. Found this spot towards the end of the day. Last time, there was some fish hanging out. I felt like they were spawning, which was weird. Or just post spawn feeding up on something. There he is. Oh, missed him. Got my Cinco. Dang. All right, so they're still here. Which is good. Threw that big easy on the way over here, but not for very much. As soon as I pulled up, there was another boat pulling up. So I wanted to just kind of work over here real quick. I got about 3.5 hours, so we should be able to figure something out. Might do some offshore graphing, but I worked quite a ways around this lake last time I was out here, so I know where we don't need to be. But thanks for tuning in on your 4th of July morning. Please consider subscribing to the channel and check out the channel. Can't really see what's going on up there. We're going to have a light wind today, and then the rain's going to pick up this afternoon. But relatively light first up until like 11. Been pretty hot here, as you know, if you're from around these parts. But typically my early morning viewers are not from around these parts. So bite on the first cast. See if we can get us a fish here. There was a patch of eelgrass, relatively shallow, and some pads, but I don't see it. I don't know if it's because it's too dark to see, or I was thinking the water level may be a little higher, or it pushed whatever it was. Maybe it was kind of just bunch of loose grass, which is kind of pushed up on it on the high spot, and it blew out. We definitely have some fishes over here, but I fished around. I fished the last time here. There was a lot of fish around. They were just small. We got like a ditch or a creek channel right here. So we're in 15 feet, about a cast and a quarter away from the bank. There's actually a little bit of breeze, like a southeast breeze. This is a pretty clear, really clear actually. Really a lot of grass, very deep, kind of like a hole, but there's some shallow flats that extend way out, or the grass is just so high that it makes it shallow. I think we probably had 6 to 8 feet visibility last time I was out here. Yeah, it looks like whatever was kind of matted is not up there. But like I said, I can't see that good. The light is, it's getting lighter, but I can't really tell. So big plans for fireworks, or did you guys do that last night? There was a couple areas that had fireworks last night. I guess the bigger firework around here. Oh, little. Man, I didn't get very many littles last time I was here over on this spot. So we'll see. They could be shallower, moved up. Little baby. We got babies in Florida too, and it seems like when you catch one, you catch a lot. Unfortunately, these fish are smart. How many we got on? We got 17 on. Thanks for logging in, guys. I appreciate you. Probably drinking some coffee or getting ready to go to bed somewhere. Now I can. What? Hi, bro. Big booty cows. Antonia, can you turn the boat on? It was on. But actually, this lake apparently is a no motor, no outboard. I idle around here, so I'm not going to run today, not here. But tune in. We may be, our next lake, we will probably be running. These fish may, there's a little cove up there, shallow cove, so we may need to go up in there first thing. I'm not feeling, there's some shell over here too, hard bottom. I'm not really feeling that right now, so. May not be exactly where we need to be. Just throw in a 3/16 ounce Cinco right now. And we're where we need to be. But we may need to move around and find them. We got almost 88-degree water temp, surface temp. So it's warmed up. There's a bite. There's a good one, guys. Or he's just in grass. He's okay. Here we go, guys. There's a 2-pounder, 2.5. So we're getting some bites pretty quick. That's good. It's probably a 2 and a little over 2, a little less than 2.5 probably. See that, guys? Beautiful Florida bass, skinny. Feisty. Well, I was saying I might have to do some offshore graphing. A lot of brim activity last time I was here. Like I said, the water was very clear here. This brim we're holding in like 6 to 8 feet, and those bass seem to be right outside them or around them in the grass. If you would, check out the channel, guys. Based out of Central Florida. Fish a lot of the kind of the Harris Chain lakes, some of the littler lakes around here. Got a video dropping probably today on John's Lake. They seem to be out further. Than they were. Well, the first ones I caught, it seemed like were out, and then they were shallower. Seems to be a lot more grass over here than there was. There was one little lane that was a good lane, open. And I think it had scattered shell on it. It wasn't like solid shell, scattered, hard bottom. All right, now I can see my worm. There he is. Sometimes you got to just figure out, are they moving? You know, sometimes early in the morning they're more shallow, and then as the day comes up, they move out. Sometimes it's complete opposite. And sometimes this time of year, they just stay deep. Wherever the food is, that's where they're going to be. But the fish have been very finicky. You catch a couple on one bait, and it's every lake I'm fishing. And then it's done. You got to change baits, change angles. Typically, you can change weights, but I haven't seen that. That hasn't really been the case. But I've stayed light just because the bite has been so finicky. And a lot of these lakes I'm trying to focus on now are really clear. So I want to stay as finessey as I can. All right, I'm gonna change up a little bit. Go with the, well, let's keep that green pumpkin on for now. Little speed worm. Really focused on brim. Brim are extremely active right now. I'm using somewhat on the lighter end of line. I got 15 on, 15 fluoro. I usually like to use 20 to be safe, but because this lake's so clear and I'm using lighter weight, but I throw 3/16 on 20-pound test. But the bite's been challenging this month, especially for bigger fish. And if you hit a good area, sometimes you just gotta move past it, go look for something else, fish around it, trying to find something else, and then come back. They don't hit this green pumpkin, we're gonna go darker. We got low light. You guys also can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Oh, did you get my worm? Yep. What the heck? That's two that's gotten my bait. I don't know if they're short biting it or what. Huh. That's different. Not what they've been doing. If I start getting weird bites like that, I tend to change something. Let's see. How many we got on? 7. Antonia. Can you turn the bow? Just got here, Antonia. Where are you? I'm on Lake Baldwin in Orlando, Florida. Yo, what's up? We go fishing. What you doing up this early? got 2 in the boat. Being a little funky, but we've had what, 5 bites? Gonna fish it real slow. We're in 16 feet right here. We're in between 2 little flats. And I want to say this is probably a little creek channel or ditch. There he is. Same thing. That's crazy. Why are they doing that? Got my tail. I don't know if that's brim. That's so strange. Let's throw this little thing without the tail. See if we get a bite on that. Now they want to get funky. Getting funky with it, guys. See if we can find the sweet spot though. There's usually a sweet spot. And there's definitely one on this spot because it's hard. But we got a lot of activity in and around here. They may not have set up on this yet. Water's very tannic, dark here. A lot of cypress trees on the bank, but it's really clear. Ton of grass. There's Mr. Turtle looking at me. Hey, what's up, buddy? This is a very, well, typical kind of summertime post spawn, steep drop spot. All right, let's go more finesse in terms of color. This year, I've really been fishing finessey colors. Very translucent, kind of going away from ignoring the whole, what the watercolor and clarity is telling me, just going as shallow as I can. But I'm also, a lot of these lakes around me, some of these smaller ones, are really grassed up. They were, and they were really clear. Now it looks like FWC has decided that they needed to hire some people and torch everything. So switch its color up. Super finesse. Like I was saying, as soon as I pulled up, another boat pulled up right behind me. So I didn't fish. I planned on kind of fishing that shoreline shallow with a frog and that big easy, but I just kind of came over here. Something. We might have to pull a drop shot out. These fish were near the bottom though. They weren't. They weren't suspended. There's some suspended though. Good thing about working the speed worm is you can drag it or reel it. We could go weightless. I didn't get any bites on the weightless over here, but they were really in this little clump of stuff with some eelgrass. Thought there were some pads. Like I don't see it now. Is what I was saying. I don't know if it was just kind of loose grass that kind of had piled up, or if they've had more rain over here and the water's up, so now it's under the water, which could be the case. So let's see if we can bomb one up there a little more. Definitely deeper than I was. I didn't go. I was around 13. Oh, we do have some fish suspended. Can't really see this water clarity. See what it looks like yet. But we've had south winds and we're on the north end. This area was a little dirtier than the rest of the lake. Funny, like I said, get bites initially and then all of a sudden you don't get anything. Trying to work it slow. You guys probably can see that boat right there. Like I said, there's a lot of eelgrass in there. This lake. I don't think I saw any hydrilla. I think they've kind of taken that out. And pepper grass was shallower. It's what they do when they come in down here. They remove all of the invasive hydrilla. Not native, supposedly. I don't know where it's native to. I mean, and I love hydrilla. Fish love it. That's why I like it. But yeah, it can get crazy. but they're really focused on that. A lot of these lakes are starting to look the same. That eelgrass population starts progressing when they pull that stuff out. I'd much rather fish hydrilla than eelgrass, though. Hmm. There's some. I don't think that's high. I don't know what that is. That almost looks like a piece of eelgrass and some milfoil. Let's I don't want to throw that yet. Fish should be biting this. Huh. Oh damn, there's a bird up there. Right in my spot. Dude, get on out of there, man. He's right where I want to be. Throwing. Seeing some activity. Hopefully we'll start seeing some stuff. I mean, that's kind of your biggest indicator. Active fish. Well, Pinko doesn't want to stay clean. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks at work. So it's like, dude, I gotta get out there. I gotta get out in the water. My sanctuary. You're probably thinking, dude, you were just out there. But man, all right, we're gonna try a different angle. Grass feels like it's thicker over here now than the last time I was here. Well, Cinco won't stay weedless. Turn it around. Two quick bites, so we know they're there. We just got to figure out what they want to. But this light's come up, so they may have gone shallower. They may have moved out. But I got 2 baits in the water. I hate that. You know, I hate losing baits in the water. Trying to move this, I'm in grass, trying to move it without, you know, some lakes, they like it popping out, but I'm trying to move it out of the grass without moving it too far. Keep it looking natural. There's Mr. Birdie. So the bait is here. Yeah, this spot looks really different. Oh, there. Oh, good Lord, he knocked the crap out of it. Let me let it go. Well, he didn't knock the crap out, he was just pulling on it. All right, let's throw this. I think I got. I think it's a weightless sinker on here. I want to probably let's throw this swim bait real quick. Smaller one. Seems to be some surface stuff going on over here. Grass is thick though. Throwing this Gambler easy with an underspin. See if they're chasing some fry. There's a big clump over there. I think that was there though. Sometimes these clumps they're not stationary. They're just kind of getting blown around. Where'd they go, buddy? I didn't get any bites on this. All right, let's see. Let's throw a fluke. Yeah, that's not hydrilla. See that, guys? That's I want to say that might be beautiful. Yeah, I'm offshore dragging. We're at Lake Baldwin in Winter Park, Florida. I'm throwing a little weightless Cinco right now, just to see. I mean, before they wanted it on the bottom, hopping around. But I caught a lot on a fluke, so I got a bite up shallow. We just moved shallow, throw a frog around, but bites haven't come shallow. All right, I'm gonna change this. Cinco or to a fluke. Let's stay natural. Can't tell how dirty this water is though. I think it's dirty. Dirtier over here. So like I was saying earlier, high ratings. We're in the new moon. Of course, all that stuff seems to not fall when I have time off, but so we just want to come out here a couple hours, but we're in the 80s, which is really high for this year. The ratings haven't been super high. I'm gonna throw this fluke if we can trigger something.
Or I don't know if that's a duck or if that's one of those feeding birds. Not seeing any school in action, fortunately. Giving a couple twitches, letting it fall. See if we can see how clear this water is. Cleared up. And it's pretty clear. That might be a little too bright. So when I throw a fluke, I just give it a couple, 2, 3 twitches. I'm not really like doing a cadence like I would like a jerk bait, hard jerk bait, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2. Usually 3 and pause. Kind of just however active, based off how active they are or how high in the water column I want to keep it. I mean, obviously, if they're real high, it's going to be constant movement. But we're just trying to get a read on maybe where these fish are positioned, if they're around here. Got some active fish. That dude say I look like a marshmallow? Because I have a white shirt on. I never wear white either. Oh, damn. All right, let's go back to we got bites on. I'm gonna move out kind of here and see if there's fish have moved out a little more. So who has plans for 4th of July? There's some. Or just maybe brim. Let's see. These fish may be out further. Yeah, I don't fish this lake much. I haven't fished it much, so I don't really know what these fish kind of do. That looks like some crappie. You know, do they once they move out, do they stay? Do they move shallow and then out? unfortunately, the peak time is like 10 something to 2 something. I'm not gonna be out here. I got till probably 9:30. Sometimes you just gotta move away. You gotta move away from them, make a longer cast, get a little gun shy. Now I got a couple baits in the water. So we're at just under 88-degree water temp. That's quite a bit hotter than it was last week. What you got on? Anybody new? Anybody new?
Big booty cows. Where you at? You still on there?
We're at Lake Baldwin. I don't know if I answered that for you. It is not seeing anything moving around. I might have to redirect. I'd rather stay deep than shallow, but like I said, there's so much grass. They can kind of be anywhere. They're not on the edge. Hmm. Hmm. I need to work it faster. Damn, there's 2 boats out here. They had the same idea. There's some fish right there. It's not biting. I mean, when you get 5 bites, when you first pull up and then you get none, they've, for some reason, they've shut down. Why did y'all shut down on me? Son of a guns. Once that sun came up, I don't know where they went. Did they go deeper or did they go into the grass? There's a shitload of turtles. Didn't Jimmy Houston say wherever there's a turtle, there's a bass? I think I remember him saying that. You're gonna find these fish sitting somewhere. And we've seen a little bit of activity over here. The bite, the interesting thing that I've found just last time I was off for a couple days, the bite got better later in the day. 2 different lakes, which was a little surprising. Maybe it was because I was fishing deeper. Oh, there he is. There. He's little, but he's a fish, right? And that tells us a little something more. He's small. He ain't little. He's small, right? Little is 6 inch or under. Here's a giant Florida bass. How big that thing is. Dark. Look how dark that fish is. A lot of grass in here, guys. So what I was using right there, I'm using a fluke. It's a Zoom Super Fluke. This is Arkansas Shiner. I've got a 4/0 EWG hook on there. And I use a barrel swivel. I like a swivel, about 8-12 inches a leader. Keeps the line twists out. Gives you a little extra weight for casting. Helps that bait sink down a little bit. You know, obviously if you're trying to keep it up. And it'll get hung in the grass more though. But I don't really have a ton of issues with that. And then I just throw it out. It's jerk bait. Kind of 3 or 4 twitches. Watch my line. And that's what I saw. My line just took off. A couple twitches based off of how I want to keep the bait, how deep I think they're suspended in 5, then I'm kind of gonna let it sink down to like 5 and then start my twitches. I think they're more relating to the surface, but I'm gonna start twitching it immediately. I don't see a ton over here, but like I said, the hard edge, if you get outside the grass, it's like 17 feet, 17 to 20. This lake, I think the deepest hole is probably 24. There's several holes, but like we're in 16 right now. And this grass is growing all the way out. It's at the surface right here. So we had a nice break in the grass, hard area, but these fish will be in it, suspended over it, on the edge of it. Kind of got to figure out where they're at, and they've been relating to more the brim. I'm not sure how many shad are in this lake. Pretty sure it has a pretty healthy crappie population, but there's a ton of brim. And I can, I can kind of gauge based off of where these fish are suspended. But if you're fishing from the bank, you just need to try different, throw it out, count to 5, and then start working it. Throw it out, immediately work it, throw it out, count to 10. I mean, and just figure out what depth those fish are in. And this bait's going to dart side to side when you twitch it. And then it's going to fall like an injured bait fish. That fish hit it pretty, I mean, I wasn't letting it sink that much. and I'm not seeing a ton of fish over here. Thing about hard spots and shell spots, they don't always sit on that. But there was something going on, I think, over there. May have been running water coming into the lake. I felt like there was some potential spawning going on, which really didn't make sense based off the timing, but and sometimes they want it, you know, really active. And sometimes you want to just throw it and kind of forget about it, which, well, I don't throw it a lot. I want to feel something. But when you get these lakes that are just smothered in grass, I mean, there's not a ton of things. Swim jig, you know, if they're feeding up, I mean, what are you going to throw? You got to throw something perfect bait to kind of get it in there and let it float around. Let them come to it. But these fish, they're not, they haven't been coming to stuff. You pretty much got to put it right in their face. Pretty much in every lake I'm fishing right now. Like, they're not moving very far to get it. You're not throwing where they're sitting, kind of it. Or they're just freaking walloping it. Still, I don't think they're coming or moving very far. Now, if I really wanted to keep it high on the top, I'd probably need to keep the swivel off, or I'd have to work it really fast. And still, it's not bubbling up. If you put a little kink in the back, that kind of helps keep it up. There's some hydrilla. Huh. All right. I think we're gonna move. Well, no, he's not in my spot. My better spot, I didn't catch any fish last time. See if we gave him enough time to get back over here. Bluebird skies. All right, let's try a different color. I was just gotta keep trying stuff. Like some fry. I'm trying to keep my eyes open for, they're feeding on a lot of this little minnows. Hmm. Man, they are not setting up over there. I'm just gonna kind of slow work this speed worm, reel it across, let it drop down, swim it up, kind of let it teeter around. See if we can put it in put it in front of one of them. think the brim get more active when the sun gets high. That's why that warmer, the trend has been kind of later in the day. Now shad, they like it early, early deal. Just trying to see if there's any fish around these edges. Any bait balls. Pretty scarce. Some activity over here. Hmm. little point over here. Ooh, there we go. Brim hanging out over here. Well, I was hoping it was be firing this morning. Definitely been a kind of a timing deal this summer or something. Brim or they seem to not be as active as they were last time I was out here. Bait. Damn, another boat. I decided to come out here today, I guess. So this contour swings out over here. There goes something out here. We're gonna focus out on this spot. See what's around. There was some brim up there, but there he is. I'm peckering around with it. There he is. Oh, he's decent. Eh. Not bad. Damn. That's my bait. 2.5 pounder. Spot lock down in case. And just over 2. See that, guys? What's up, Key Largo? It's a healthy little, nice skinny male 2-pounder. That was awesome. It's like their jaw get a kink in it, and they just have to. Got to give that one last kick. Yeah. I'm gonna retie. So yeah, I'm back out at Baldwin. I got a few hours. I gotta work. I gotta work later, so come out here, fiddle around. Need to get out, you know. Come on, dude. Quit twisting around. I like 4 boats out here. Everybody's got 4th of July off. So just retying that 15. When you use 15 out along this thick grass, it just kind of gets nicked up pretty good. So better safe than sorry. Seeing some bait activity on the screen. Well, I stopped here. Got a contour that runs out further than most. I'd say a point. It's not a point, but it is a point. I got out here at daylight and was getting bites pretty much every cast. One spot, but after I caught a few, then they were getting my bait, and then they just stopped. I switched enough baits. They moved. I don't know if they moved out or they moved. I think they moved out. So I made enough casts up shallow to kind of see what was up there. We're in 15 feet here. Hmm. Look at that. Well, happy 4th of July, everybody. Thanks for tuning in with me. I appreciate it. Please check out the channel and subscribe if you'd like. He looks horrible. 3D. Got bait around here. We got some brim around here. They are not very active though. Very skitty, I'd say, just the way they're biting it. But I mean, I know this lake gets a ton of pressure. Suspended. Big patch of grass right there. Starting to get warm out. It is warm. Come on, fishies. Throwing a Cinco right now. When in doubt, get your Cinco out. It's amazing that you pull out here, you catch one fish, and that's it. Man, doesn't make sense. We got another boat. There he is. There he is. Oh my God, again? Dude, you guys are, they're active. I mean, I don't know why they're not biting. They're active when you hook into them, that's for sure. Another one just moved further out on this little grass point. It's BB.
We got on. Finally, some good chilling live fishing. Hey, thanks for Federico. Federico, am I saying that right? May you explain the? Yeah. Thanks so much. Cool. Just got here. What do you? Did you catch anything? Yeah, I've got. I don't know how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6. This lake is in Winter Springs, no, Winter Park, Florida. Basically Orlando. This, give them a different look. Decent size has been hard to come by. Any lake I've been in on this month.
But look at, I mean, we got bluebird skies. We got very brief wind. We really weren't supposed to have any wind. Um, make it tough. I mean, you get too much wind and that makes it tough. You get too little, it makes it tough. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather have too little than too much fishing offshore. Really, either way. Unless you have a really good school set up, then that wind's going to help you. But if you don't, it's 8 o'clock. So I'm fishing a grass point. This contour line, it contours and this grass comes out further in the lake. We're pretty much at the same depth we were all the way up close to the bank. A ton of fish. But I was seeing bait. Not like brim bait, but like look like shad, bait fish. Spend it on the grass. Grass ends over here. That looks like hydrilla. follow this out, see how far it goes out. Sometimes what you see on 2D versus 3D is like, well, how are they getting that? And that looked like crappie. Then 2D it just looks like grass. Hmm. I feel like we should be in that 6 to 10 range. That just seems to be where that most of that brim activity was. Grass runs back up now. I'm gonna wait till 10:30. There he is. In grass. Yes. Oh, he's decent. He's decent. guys. Decent. Biggest one of the day. Hey guys. Long, skinny. See that one? Came on the back side of that grass edge. There you go, buddy. Pretty. Pretty. I can still see him. Crazy. Deep. I mean, it's clear. That was fun. Decent keeper fish. Another one. It's a one. Catching babies is what we're catching right now. Two fish, two casts right here. That's good. Good sign. On some productive water. I didn't even feel him bite it. Just had it. I think he ate it pulling it through the grass. That first one hit it on the fall. A lot of times it just takes one productive grass clump. Something different about it. That's mucky stuff right there. Which typically it's just one that bait fish are using. That it? Two fish? Come on, jokers. Yep, I guess that's all they're gonna give me. Fish, gotta move around. Tells me these fish aren't really sitting in one spot. But a lot of times, it hasn't been the case today. Change the bait and you start getting bites again. It hadn't really been like that. I just think they're moving. Well, that's not good. there, damn, threw it off. How many worms have I put in the water today? Jiminy Christmas. Jiminy, born on the 4th of July. So what's y'all's favorite 4th of July movie? So a guy at work yesterday said Independence Day. Okay. Should be born on the 4th of July, right? This movie's kind of depressing though. I mean, whatever. To each his own, right? Say Will Smith's kind of a no diddy right now, isn't he? But apparently his new Bad Boy movie was pretty good. Boat number 5. He is out in the city today. All right. Get one more cast out here on the edge. We're a little thicker over there. Then we're going to run down this line because it comes out and then it swings back. There may be some in that corner. Two fish just came. See if something's roaming out here. All right. Let's keep it moving. Typically, you see really good marks out here. I'm not seeing them, but this area over here is a little dirtier. Fishing some offshore grass, guys. working this grass point. Now I'm coming back down it. It runs back towards the bank. In it a little bit. But not seeing fish on the edge. Not really seeing a lot of signs of fish. A lot more on the north end. Guys out here grinding. Hmm. Fish on 2D, just not much on 3D. Thinking about going up in weight. See if we can get a reaction. Seeing any significant surface activity. Oh, they're going to pull up on my little spot. Not the only spot's getting any. 2 or 3 over there. 4, kind of. Oh. So what am I? We got everybody leg over here now. Start catching them. They're gonna be inside my boat. Oh, maybe they're going the round. Going home already? Damn. Get out of here. Yep. I guess they're going home. Day's done. Yes. Although. Yep. Really small. Very small. Very, very, very small. A little lake. Well, I haven't seen anybody else catching anything. Sure. Let's see him. That's not straight. Our stopper is getting fragile. Who we got on? We got anybody on? Got 40 guys on. If you catch a largemouth, I will sub. Did you see me catch it? I just caught one, guys. Come on now. Come on, Cody. Our codman. That one is codman. Codman 1, 2, 3. That's caught about 8 of them. Oh, he must have dropped them off. We can get one right here. Well, so what in the world? Ooh, there's a nice group of brim, I'm guessing. Should get bit right here. Oh, fishies. All right, let's see if we can get one to. Well, let's do this. Hmm. All right. Move through here real quick. Kind of surprising. Get bit right there. Dude is fishing that area. Oh, like everybody in the lake's doing the same damn thing. Let's pick this chatterbait up. Get right on the grass to where I can see it. And we're gonna try to fire one up. Bad thing is they just don't seem to be very active right now. Hmm. Fish right there. Came over. Really cool dog park right there, dog beach. I like where that's spinning. Your Cinco starts is spinning when you reel it in. You got it's no go. All right, let's throw this fluke. We're like grass is like right under the surface here. Cincos nowadays. Especially up the young dingers. Like one fish and it's done. I like this color. This water's so clear over here. Yeah. Oh, I watched him eat it. Son of a gun. That was awesome. But I missed him. He came up. He was little. Came up, grabbed it. But he was weary, obviously. But that's a good sign. At least for this color. There he's circling it. That's funny. That one was small. We got these big eelgrass that come all the way up to the surface, probably 6 to 12 from right here, and we're in 10 feet. And they drop off. And that's where these fish are sitting in these little pockets. And that's where the brim's also sitting. I think the brim's sitting in there, and these bass are probably sitting in the thicker stuff, kind of hanging out, waiting. But doesn't appear to be a feeding time. There's some little action right here. Let's see. Grass. These sons of guns is a little bit stingy today. Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? We caught 8 or 9, a couple hours, a few hours. Good brim right here. They do not want the tail today. Yeah, it's fishing too shallow. Hmm. Good Lord, look at that. Wad sitting right there. Charles' problem. What is your problem? Come on. Lord almighty, it's hard to get a halfway decent fish. Five boats out here, guys. I'll clear over here. Really clear over here. hit it on their head, they'll bite it, but they're not gonna move towards it. Hmm. Water clarity is significantly clear over here. So I'm gonna change colors, go to a watermelon. Catching a large amount. First decent for me to go fishing in several weeks. I can't leave the house. Holiday traffic makes any trip fishing a 3 hour nightmare to get home. Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet. And there's 5 boats out here today. One right after I pulled up this morning. I was here at 6:15. But I had a good little decent run first thing in a spot, and then they were biting it funky, stealing the bait, getting the bait. I was missing them. Then another that deep point caught some. I don't know. I caught 7, 8, 9, maybe a couple. Probably 3 over 2. So I'm gonna head and get ready for work. Some relaxed time. Eat and stuff. But thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like, hit that sub, and we will see you next time on Bmaz Fishing. So next 3 days, best moon phase periods of the next 2 months.
We're in the 80 percentile. Tomorrow's the best day. New moon. So unless I'm just not feeling it, I'll probably try to hit somewhere tomorrow. So see you guys maybe tomorrow. We out.